Okay, in this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a dot density map. Okay, of course, for this lab, I assume you have copied and pasted the lab 5 folder from the shared cross drive to your own Google Drive or your local drive. Um, I'll make sure you've created a lab 5 underscore section 1 for this lab section. And as mentioned, when you start your map project, well, this base map is very helpful, but we might not need it when we create a map. So in that case, you can either uncheck it or just remove it, right? Remove it before we start the project. Um, okay, so okay, so we'll create a, a map for the Sioux census, right? For the Sioux census. It's the basic map unit, the census tract. The census is a survey being conducted at the national level. Right. So by law, it is being implemented or being conducted every 5 years. Every resident of this country need to finish or must finish the survey. The results survey provide lots of information about the social economic status of people and families in this country, which is a very important data set. For the administration or the governments at different level to determine, like for example, future funding allocations to a variety of services or for infrastructure investment or update. Right, so it's very critical, and since it's being organized, the data is being organized at different level. Of course, the basic data is being surveys being conducted at house or home level, right? And when it's shared, the data with public, so data being aggregated to different areas. The lowest area is relevant to a neighborhood as whose population is between 600 to 800 people, and the census tract is a level at a higher level. The census subdivision, census division, right? And so we'll be dealing with a layer at the census tract level. So just navigate to the lab 5 folder census tract, census tract, and okay. First thing, before we make a map, we want to make sure that we understand statistic properties of the attribute. Right, so we need to open the attribute table. So one is here. One record is corresponding to one area in the city, and normally the denser the population, the smaller the polygon. Right, the smaller polygon. So this downtown area, smaller polygons. The areas further away from the downtown, population density is lower. The polygon is bigger. Polygon is bigger. Okay, so unselect. Clear selection. This one, right? Clear selection. Total 2. So there are many fields, right? And the identifiers of these polygons. And one row is one attribute. Apartment, blah, 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 others. Total 2. Right? Total 2. Yeah, total 2. Populations, right? Populations. And we can explore the statistics. Yeah, explore the statistics. This is the histogram. Histogram. Oh, it's not. normal distribution, but yeah, yeah, and so similar. It's close. Minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation, median, median. The range of data, right? The range of data, and after finish it, we close it, and then we start with node density map. It's very straightforward. Right click on the layer in contents, select symbology as we did for level 4. Right. So there's one type called dot density map. And the the field should be total 2. No, it's easy, right? You get it. Right, but the quick thing is that we should determine um, uh, the dot size and dot value so that uh, some areas not cluttered with points and some areas with not with just a few dots, right? A few dots. Right? So we can change the value to 200 and push the enter key. Right? Much better. Yeah, much better. Right? Much better. And yeah, it seems it's good, right? So for dot density map, the compilation of size and dot value is good if some dots start merge, but there are still several dots in some polygons, not in some polygons. Also change the dollar value to 500. I told you to change to 500. Dollar value to 70. 70. Right? So some of the polygons are very crowded. So that's not what we not like. So anyway, we changed the compilations and to choose one that works well, or change the size to 3. Right, enter. Yeah, so 3 and 70, which is not good, right? How about 150? Of course, in many cases, when determine the values, we want to have list of integers, 100, 150, 200. Yeah. So anyway, so uh, you uh, uh, you determine the value combinations. You determine the value combinations, and the colors of dots. We can change it. Okay. Click on it, and then probably it's been showing here. So color, yeah. So let's stick to dark. Outline color, and the dark size. Yeah, click apply, right? It changes. It changes, and right. So the size, since dot size to 10, that can be uh, uh, dot size. Okay, to 10 point. Too big, right? Too big. Change to 5. Yeah, have some patience. 5 perhaps too big. Right, 4. That's just pick one. 4 is not good for this case. 3. Yeah, much better. But still, we can make changes. Anyway, so you determine the combination. You determine the combinations. Next, background color. Uh, background color. And then click on probably basic is there. The color can be blank or choose one color. So you can use the olive and yellow or choose another light color, right? So, and you can change the outline color to gray. Outline color gray, 40% is this one. Yeah, gray. Right? Outline width, change to 0.5. Yeah, we need the outline. Yeah, click apply. Yeah, no vision, no big change. And step 5, present the map as we did before. So if we are satisfied with it, right? But this one, we can make some further adjustment, right? We can make some further adjustment because still, just slight changes should be good. Slight change should be good. Kind of crowded here, right? So make some further changes. Then we want to insert layout, right? Landscape. Uncommitted symbol formatting. Do you want to apply that? No. No. Okay, then insert a map frame, right? It's a map frame. And you can add guides there. Okay, you can add guides there. And we want to zoom in, right? To maximize the area. Activate, right click and activate. Activate. And we may want to type in the value here. 350 maybe. 000, sorry. Yeah. So notice that there's too much gap right there, right? So you will need to insert the title, the legend, the scale bar there, right? So you do it. I will not show you how to do that. And you make sure that the map is balanced, is organized, and there's not too much gap. But for now, there's too much gap because of the unique shape of the city, right? What we can do, we can change the dimension of the dimension of the map size, the exported map, right? So what do we do there? We click on layout. But before we do that, because we are still active in activate mode, right? We need to go back to layout, and then click on layout, the size, custom page size, right? So we can change it to centimeters, change it to 20 centimeters in width, and 15 in height as height. Right, so now they are changed, right? So again, so we need to activate it, right? Change, let's say 450, make it bigger, 1000, right? Make it bigger. Yeah, seems that the height is just still too big, right? We can further adjust it. Let's go back. Layout and size, custom page size. Right. So how about 12 or 10? 12. Right, 12, 10. Again, we want to activate again, make a bigger, enter. Right. Right, so but I think that there's still room for you to make the height a bit smaller. For example, change to 10, right? You do your experiment right now. So there's a trivia title here. You can place the legend or insert the legend or somewhere here, or scale bar, maybe here or maybe here. You determine, all right? You define, and again, before you do that, you will need to go back to layout, right? And then you can insert the legend, everything there. Right, and the legend, everything. Right, the legend, everything. Right, the legend, and of course, you will have done what you have did in number 4. You have to convert graphics, ungroup it because the legend should be deleted. So saying, does that make sense? No, delete it. And to the tool, what does that mean? Total population, right? One dot corresponding to 200 people in this case. And your value should be maybe different, slightly different. You might say change to 300 to 50. And so it totally being determined by you, right? Being determined by you. And you need insert a scale bar here too. After you're done, right? So share it, export the JPEG file, and then before you insert to Word document, open it, check to see if you are okay with it. If you are good with it, insert this JPEG file map you created into your Word document. Okay, so that's for the tutorial to create a dot density map.